Hey, it's Demo Donna here with Queen and Company, and I am going to be using the Shaped Card Leaf Shaped Shaker. This is a fabulous kit. It includes cards as well as foam and acetate to create your amazing shaker cards. And you get two dies in it. So you get the decorative die and the outline die and an adorable little stamp set. I am going to be creating this beautiful shaped shaker card today. To create my base, I've cut out a piece of white cardstock in a 6x6, and from foundation die number 16, I am using this foundation die, and I am centering my outline die from my shaped leaf kit, and then I'm going to run these through my die cut machine together just like this. Once you've run this through your die cut machine, you are going to remove your dies and your paper, and you are going to keep these two and discard that outside frame. You can choose any of your embossing folders. I'm going to do these double stripes, and I want my stripes to be going vertical, well, yeah, kind of vertical, across my card front. So I'm going to place these two together, just like that, and then run that through using the embossing sandwich. All right, once you run that through, open up your embossing folder, and you have a really cool front of your card, as well as the outline die for your shaker. So that is going to be the background of our shaker card. For this next part, I took the decorative die and went ahead and cut it out with some craft paper. And I'm just going to do some basic shading around my leaf using dye inks. So I'm going to take a little bit of orange, and I am going to take a little bit of brown. And before I work on my actual decorative die, since I have this cut out, I can go ahead and play with the colors to see if I like them. So I'm going to go ahead and do the exact same thing all around my awesome decorative die. And if your ink starts to dry, you can always give it a light little mist just to reactivate those colors. There we go. From the shrink kit, using the matching fall leaf, I went ahead and cut out two of each of the orange, yellows, reds, and golds. And now I'm going to go ahead and shrink those. And here are all of my gorgeous leaves now ready to pop into my leaf shaker. So you can create your beautiful shaker card just using the leaf that you created. And I also took two of the leaves with the craft paper from the shrink kit. So just to use those as little accent pieces. So something very fabulous about the sheer glue. Not only is it great with your shakers and on acetate, but it is also perfect because it is a tacky glue. And with any type of tacky glue, it's not so fun to remove. So instead of using a brush, I am just using a crumbled up piece of paper bag so I can throw this away when I'm done. And I went and I crumbled it because I don't want a brush to look. So I'm just going to dip into my sheer glue, and I'm going to go all around my leaf in just a pouncing motion. And I'm also going to do it to my little leaves over here. Just maybe 2 pounces. There we go. Now I can just toss this. You could see just the little pounces. And now I'm just going to let that dry for a little bit before I go to the next step. Now that I let my sheer glue dry for about 20 to 30 minutes, it's going to be tacky to the touch, but it's no longer wet and coming off of my item here. So like I said, about 20 or 30 minutes, and then you are good to go. So next what I'm gonna do is sprinkle on a little gold glitter. And you can do gold, you can do orange, you can do brown, some metallics, copper would be really pretty. So I am just sprinkling this all over my project here. I'm gonna do the same with my 2 little leaves. 1 and 2. Take another coffee filter and just push right over it. And you know, why don't I do that for those that don't want to touch glitter? So I am now just making sure all my tacky glue is covered with the glitter, and therefore my piece isn't going to be sticky anymore. So as you can see, the coffee filter doesn't really pick up a lot of glitter. You can just tap off any excess. And now that I've done that, I can grab my big leaf here, tap off any extra glitter that's not stuck. Now, the last very important step before you proceed to adhering this to your card is make sure you take a dry brush and just wipe off any loose glitter that isn't attached to your dried sheer glue. For our next steps, I'm going to be taking my 5.5 by 5.5 card base. I have my outline die of my leaf that was put through my embossing folder. And now I'm going to take this piece here, the double-sided foam, and I am actually going to cut all the corners off. And we are going to be using these leftover foam corners. So now that I've done that, I am going to flip this piece over and we are going to pop these on here. Some might still need to be trimmed. Okay, now taking all of these scrap pieces, I've filled in a lot of the space. And again, these are all just leftover pieces from other shaker kits and the one that we used here. So I'm going to remove all the backing. Now I'm going to take my card here. There we go. So I have my red liner tape on the back, and I'm going to remove the protective cover. You're just going to want to use your fingernail tool, push down, and then peel that up. Drop that right down. There we go. And now I have the inside of my shaker card. You can use this cutout piece for the future for another card. Okay, I am going to remove this backing, and now I am going to peel that protective layer from the back, and we are going to drop that in. Might take a little wiggling around. So I am gonna drop in my beautiful shrink leaves. And then I'm gonna scoop out my toppings. I have the yellow sparkle squares. So I'm absolutely gonna be using the metallic pops. These are the gold. And then I'm gonna do 1 scoop of orange, 1 scoop of this beautiful amber color diamonds. Give that a little shimmy. And I am going to peel off my protective layer here. Take my piece of acetate. And there is my shaker base inside of my raised card. Next, we're going to take our sheer glue, and I am just going to do a very light. Take our beautiful decorative dye. There is our shaker from the adorable stamp set that's included in your shaped card leaf shaker. I chose You Are My Favorite Season. Shrink leaves right here. And then I'm going to add the other one just right on the inside of my card. Right about there. There we go. A lot of sparkle, a lot of shaker, that fun extra element with the shrink leaves inside of your shaker card, and then that little extra bit of design inside of your card. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye-bye.